Yeah, we've moved on.
So there will be dancing, but it will not be the Brian Kelly dance.
Oh, that's super dad at the bottom.
But in my,
I should do that. I know you make chugga. You doing a Brian Kelly? I'm not doing Brian Kelly anymore. I don't even know anybody named Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly,
However,
yesterday's
Brian
move.
Kelly, man.
And we are live here Monday night, November 17th. Your Go Team. We got Bobby and we got Bob here tonight. Zombie Bob, how you doing tonight?
Bobby and Bob.
double Bob.
Two
With
Bobs?
double Bob.
Okay.
Bob Square.
Bob Square. Chip, what kind of hat you got on tonight?
The one that our friend Lon. No, not Lon. Sorry. Lon's gonna probably flip out now. Carter made fun of.
Oh, right? Okay.
That's what he
Carter
had.
did make fun of Chip's hat. He didn't make
That's
fun.
fine.
He poked fun.
Yeah, and I respect it. It was a fucking-
Because poke fun, I would say, is in good spirit, right?
Sure.
yeah.
I
He said
agree
he
with
loved. He said he loved that.
that. Yeah.
Whereas making fun, you're putting down on a hat.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said making fun. It's just a word that I use when someone's joking around with me.
No, we're
Okay.
okay.
Poking.
We're all
Poking.
We're poking fun, but it's all in good fun. Still should have won the Ryder Cup. Right,
Yes.
Zombie?
Absolutely.
Farmingdale, New York.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Black page. Black. What is it? Black what?
Beth Page Black.
That's what I said.
Beth Page Black course. Black Page. So, we are here
I shot
tonight.
a 7 under. That one time I played there, I shot a 7 under.
You
Beast.
shot a 7 under in how many holes?
The first one. I don't know anything about golf. Beth Page
Zombie
Black.
would love golf because Zombie's
Yeah,
a great
I mean-
conversationalist. You would basically be able to dominate people's time one-on-one and just conversate with them for
Okay.
4 hours.
I think
Isn't
he
that your
probably-
dream come true, Zombie?
Well, yeah, but I got the podcast with you guys. I mean, that's even more fun.
That is fair. That is very
Yeah.
much fair.
I mean,
Nobody's-
it's
Zombie,
not a
nobody's
shot
really-
girl.
Nobody's.
What do
good.
they call it? It's a cart girl? What do they call the young ladies?
A cart
You
girl.
nailed it. You nailed it. Cart girl.
Mhm. Oh, I nailed it already.
They would love you.
Bah.
Every cart girl
So-
would love you. They're like bartenders.
Is anything going on in the world of anything?
Well,
If we
before we get into Lane Kiffin and LSU here, let's talk about Saturday's events. We had a friend of the program at the tailgate on Saturday. Okay. Brian Kelly, hashtag Brian Kelly killed a kid. Zombie Bob showing it on the screen for those of y'all listening on Spotify, aka Read.
Read it.
Get your croc charms.
I
Zombie's
think
got
I'm
a
gonna put
post here.
these over here.
Well, we got a quick tailgate story we want to tell. I told Chip he wasn't allowed to tell Zombie Bob this story until we went on air. So, Chip, we're at a Zombie. Let me set the stage here. We're at the game. We did not go into the stadium. Weather was perfect, so we decided to sit outside the stadium, eat some leftover fajitas that we had cooked in the morning, and watch the game. Watching the game with us, longtime listener, first-time caller, friend of the program, the one, the only, Angry Capri. Chip, tell us what Angry Capri had to say for himself during the game.
He said Harold Perkins sucks. 20 times.
No, actually, I think he only said it like twice. And then the second time I go, he sucks. Like, listen, I can
2 times is 20 to me.
I can jump on the bandwagon that Nussmeier sucks all day. I like me being the leader of the Garrett Nussmeier fan club last year. I'm the leader of the Garrett Nussmeier sucks bandwagon this year. But Perkins, I mean, he tries. And is it his fault that he's out of position? No. he's a man kind of without an island, but he doesn't suck. And then what promptly happens, like literally the next play, Chip?
Interception. I think the first time he said it was a play for it was like a 3-yard.
It was a sack the next play.
Yeah.
Literally, so Angry Capri, he sucks. I fucking hate number 7. I'm so tired of watching his ass. And then I'm like, really?
His pick was nice. His pick was
I'm
nice.
like, the season's gone south. The dude hasn't lived up to expectations, but he plays hard. You know, there's never been a moment where you're like, oh, he's taking plays off. That's not Harold Perkins. And so literally the next play, he gets a sack.
Yeah, you see the potential in him. I mean, if he play in the right position, I would welcome him back in a heartbeat.
If Angry Capri was making that proclamation any day but the morning of or during the Harold Perkins versus Arkansas game, maybe it's some validity. But Harold Perkins is Superman against Arkansas.
Yeah, then he promptly has an interception like the next drive. Makes a couple other tackles. Every time Perkins is flashing on the screen, even every time he's rushing the quarterback, we're just all of us are chiming in, just rubbing it in Angry Capri's face.
Harold Perkins.
Good Tiger.
Ellison more 5722. Hi guys, I like and subscribe. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the podcast. Zombie, why should they like and subscribe?
I appreciate that. Shout out. We got any charms that we can send to a new subscriber?
If let's hit the banner here for all those you knew. If you to get your own croc charms, Zombie, show some croc charms. For those of y'all who don't know what a croc charm is, it's the little things you put on a croc. Tweet us at Geaux Team Pod.
I have my Halloween, and we're talking about it. I've worn them, but I haven't walked around in them. I'm thinking about having them mounted up there. I have my Billy Cannon Heisman Trophy winner, College Hall of Fame autographed helmet, my favorite LSU player of all time, Braden Fajoko, national champion, and then my Crocs. That's my third most prized LSU possession.
Zombie, I got to tell you a story here too. During the tailgate, also discussion from Bobby here.
Who's Bobby? Who
Yeah,
the fuck is Bobby?
He's Bobby.
I'm not Bobby.
But... that guy's on TV again.
He's Robert the Third.
My dad is Bobby. I'm not Bobby.
No, Coach.
Our football coach called me that, so it's just like a joke by him. I've never heard that. I've never.
Only our high school football coach referred to Chip as Bobby because Chip's dad was known as Bobby. They were co-workers, so he called Chip Bobby in jest. And so every now and then I'll throw out Bobby. And lo and behold, Chip's family had no idea about this podcast until this weekend, until they came to the tailgate.
Chip is modest. Chip is,
we'll talk to him then.
Close to the vest.
Unlike our family where we tell everybody like and subscribe.
Yeah. Well, another time, another place, but that's the whole Me Pro story, right? I told everybody that story the first time I heard it. And then, the Me Pros had never shared that story. Damn, Daniel. Gabagoo!
Gabagoo Gabe. We got G Moose. We got James in the chat tonight. We got everybody fired up. We're sitting here filibustering about BS. Everybody wants to fucking know. What does everybody want to know?
Is it a done deal?
What's the price of chicken in China? That's the question everybody wants to know the answer to.
I'm thinking it's got to be like 14.75.
No, it's 14.50. Speaking of which, that was the story I was going to tell. Bobby at the tailgate says he's undecided whether or not he likes our inside jokes or not. Zombie.
Bobby is?
Yeah.
Meaning Chip.
Yeah, the croc charms.
I like him. I don't know if everyone else does. I just that's all I said. I wasn't.
We got tens and tens of people keep tuning into this shit. Of course, they love this stuff.
Gabe, James, G Moose, let us know if our inside jokes between me and Zombie are too much and we need to can it, Or if you really do want some crock charms,
No, I don't
we
think
do
we should.
send them
Yeah,
out.
that's not what I said.
True or false, Zombie Bob? Did we mail out a pair of angry capris?
1000%.
Yes. So if you hashtag us, I want my angry capris. Join
Nobody
the
wants
inside
their
joke.
angry capris.
No, hold on. Join the inside joke. We'll really send them to you because we got nothing better to do than to
Because
goof
day one
off.
sponsor, Dickies is thrilled with us in the Angry Capris. What kind of inseam is that?
15-inch inseam. My man G Moose
Moose
says, "Man, y'all are fine. It's entertaining."
Yeah. Then there it is.
Appreciate you,
The
brother.
jokes will go on.
Is it time that we should update those new listeners who don't know what the angry capri is?
Not tonight, Daniel.
Yeah,
not tonight.
I think we'd have a revolt on our hands.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah, I
and
mean,
then
this
football. My man,
after-
Football's King says, "Keep them rolling. Keep the inside jokes rolling."
Hey, don't cry, little baby.
That's an inside joke too.
But that gentleman knows it. Shit, you threw me off. I don't know what.
Do we want to talk about Arkansas or not? Just skip to Lane Kiffin.
I'm glad they won.
Let's talk about
look,
Lane
a lot
Kiffin.
of
We'll come back to
emotion.
Arkansas later.
Well, just Arkansas, and we're done. A lot of emotion for Coach Frank. Hats off to him for that. You can see how the players reacted to him on the field after the victory, in the locker room after the victory. Frank Wilson have history with Lane Kiffin?
You might.
Who was Lane Kiffin's defensive line coach at two different stops?
Go Tigers.
Someone called
Football is King 0888. Hit us up in the chat if you think Coach O would come back and coach at LSU.
In a second.
I think that's the answer too. You bring it.
I mean, can you imagine?
So if Lane comes here, you get Frank Wilson. And look, for those of y'all who don't know, can I say it? I don't know if he minds.
That's a good sign.
Ooh, he says 1000%. This is a guy, for those of y'all who don't know who are watching, at Football is King, talks to Ed once a month.
Dude, Football King needs to jump to the college ranks after that if he gets that job. He needs to go.
Football is King, maybe getting another job. If Lane gets
get rid of his day job.
Yeah, he may be getting another job.
I just know he would.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I'm just over here like to the idea of him.
Right.
All right, so let's start here. Let's phrase all this with, because as everybody who's been listening knows, I've been the guy who said I did not think that this was going to happen, or not that it's happened yet. I did not think that Lane Kiffin to LSU was a possibility because of the timeline.
Right.
Because Ole Miss would be playing in the playoffs. What I did not anticipate, and Chip, before you jumped on board tonight, before we hit play, me and Zombie were just briefly discussing this. I think it's a massive mistake by Ole Miss of giving him an ultimatum. Because if they don't give, I know he hasn't signed his extension. I know they're probably frustrated by that, but time is on their side. Because they get to the playoffs, they're likely going to host a first round game. Let's say you beat Notre Dame at home, then you get a neutral site game against Texas A&M, who hasn't played anybody. You can win that game, and the longer you're there, the more likely he is to stay. So why do you guys think they're doing the ultimatum? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I think to show face. I think it's all. I think they're insecurity. I mean, yes, they've beaten us 3 out of 4 years, but I mean, well, no, 2 out of 3. I mean, no, excuse me, 5. They've won 3 out of 5, but I don't know. I just think it's a little insecurity, a little bit of little brother syndrome, right?
Yeah, I could.
I'm sorry. I
you
just
go
think
ahead,
you make an excellent point. The longer you go, and then like you let him. And Chip, we were talking before we hit the live button. There's a part of me that if I was Ole Miss, I would let him coach, even if he said tomorrow I'm going to Florida, I'm going to LSU, or I'm going to the New York Giants. I would let him coach as long as as long as they were in it. They haven't won a national championship. 1960 was they won a national championship of the Mississippi State Collective of Sports Writers Trophy. Yeah, so like, okay, like let them go, win it, or get to the championship game and come up short, so that you say to the next one, hey, this is what is capable of being built here at Ole Miss, and we came this short, this close rather. Okay, he did his thing. He's out. We're going. So like Daniel, and then like maybe you get caught up in the emotions of the success and the success and the success, and then maybe you find yourself like Les Miles being carried off the field on your team's shoulders at the end of 2015, and like, oh, we're gonna keep him. Hey, maybe I stay. He gets caught up in the emotion of a national title run and possible victory. So I think there's a lot of validity to that, but the reality is Ole Miss's impatience with Lane and frustration with Lane has accelerated the search for both LSU and Florida.
I think you're correct. Oh, you can go, Daniel.
No, you go ahead, Chip.
I think you're correct, Zombie. But I also kind of respect it in a little way. Because it's kind of like, oh, go fuck yourself type thing.
Oh,
I think
Chip, who are we talking to here?
Yeah. I think you said the right thing, and I thought about it in that way, but I think you're 100% correct. But I also, I respect the New York fuck you thing, even though
but it's Ole Miss though. That's the only thing. Like I hear you, Chip, on that. Yeah, like okay, if you're a power program, you're a blue blood program, and you tell them, "Fuck you, you got to sign right now." Like we're putting it into this. Like I respect the power play, but like Ole Miss just they lost some of their leverage by doing that. So that's where I think I do. Part of me, I understand what you're saying. I respect it, but then on the other hand, it's like,
oh no, I agree.
You lose the emotional attachment side. Because this is also the guy that is trying to fight the narrative or to dispel the narrative of he's not the same person he was when he left Tennessee in the middle of the night. And
Right.
So you had that going for you, but now you've made it kind of a pissing match and you've given him an out where he's not the bad guy if he does it. You're the bad guy for giving him the ultimatum. So I hear you, but I still think that given the ultimatum, the negatives outweigh the positives of doing that. If you're Ole Miss,
correct. I think y'all are both correct. I just a part of me envies it in a way, but I totally understand. I mean, we're talking about a team that posts West championships one time in their stadium.
Shout out Eli.
They haven't won anything of significance since Johnny Vaught.
Which is kind of why I would let him coach. So I can hang something that's legitimate.
Absolutely. No, y'all are 100% correct. I mean, maybe I just wish LSU would say fuck you to somebody, but at the same time, we can do that because they're Luxembourg.
I agree with that.
They're Luxembourg and we're Germany. And national soccer, so.
Is Luxembourg outside of Oxford?
No, yeah, Luxembourg, Tennessee.
Right. Oh, okay. It's across the state line. Yeah. But Daniel, I think that's an excellent point. I think Ole Miss does allow him to walk away not as more harmless or more not scot-free. What's the word I'm looking for? Like that he's not the bad guy. Like, look, I have the extension. I know what I'm worth. I know how valued I am in the coaching community. I owe it to myself and my family to look around and see what else is available. I love it here. I built this program to this thing. Yeah. This is my team. I wanted to continue to coach. Hey, everybody would do the right thing and do their due diligence for themselves, for their career, for their family by looking around.
Yeah.
I wanted to be here, but these guys forced me out before the Egg Bowl. What am I to do? And then he sheds that reputation that he had. And look, he was young. I mean, we've all done stupid things when we were young, regardless if you're 20s or your 30s or your late 50s. It's like whatever. So I agree with you, Danny. I think Ole Miss has misplayed this. How
old was he in 2009? 32.
Yeah, he was like 32 when he was with the Raiders, right?
something like
to
that. Might have been younger.
Yeah.
than
Born in 75.
that.
So he's 34.
34.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, I'd do some dumb things with all that money back in the day. You know?
Sure.
No, what I was gonna say a minute ago, the people we need to thank the most here is Texas
Brian
A&M.
Kelly?
Well, Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly killed a kid. But B, Texas A&M and Mike Elko. Because I think him signing that extension is what made the Ole Miss administration antsy. Because if he doesn't do that this weekend, then I don't think that Ole Miss is as antsy about the whole situation as they are. So,
Well, I was talking to Zombie Bob today. He said, he said numerous coaches have signed extensions. Numerous.
the Indiana coach.
Right.
Yeah.
So like if you don't want to leave, you're going to sign the extension. Lane Kiffin, before he had this run, I mean, how long has he had the contract extension from Ole Miss?
At least 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
At least.
Yeah. Since our Texas A&M game.
Yeah. So I mean, but again,
which also I thought about this. What's also, they knew we were going to come after him. I mean, everyone did. There was obviously feelers out for this, and they know Lane's interest in the gig. I mean, from what everyone says, in 2001, he would have came walking on glass on his bare feet here. So
reports are he begged for an interview in 2021.
Probably should have got one. If thin butts were candy and nuts, we'd all be fat and happy.
With Florida or with LSU?
With LSU.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, the rumors were he was begging Scott Woodward for a job. That's according to Matt Moscona.
Yeah, another reason why Woodward should be fired and gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Woodward. Yeah, well, how much easier is our lives if we'd have hired him 4 years ago?
Sure.
I mean, who knows? I mean, imagine what he would have done with Jaden Daniels. Good Lord. And maybe we don't
RP Mayfield, they're sitting on 10-1. It's Kiffin. He's not normal. My money is on him staying. And that is the element to this.
But that's
the most intriguing, because I don't remember who I saw it on Twitter today. They said if this was any other coach besides Lane Kiffin, I'd say it's a done deal. He's going to LSU. But it's Lane Kiffin. He's the biggest troll. He's been trolling all season long. Wouldn't this just be the cherry on top? Like, what if he was on the plane? What if he went into LSU's recruiting room and just wanted to see who was on our big board? See who we're close on signing, and then goes back to Ole Miss and just, this is who they think they got. Let's hammer on these guys. I could totally see it happening.
You're not wrong. I mean, because Daniel, for weeks you've said I don't trust him. String us along, string Florida along. You miss your signing class, you miss your transfer portal. I make it to the national championship game. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck you. I weakened your class, and I'm going to beat your ass again next year.
Or is it just?
Well, I think we've been strung along before. Where I don't know if it was stringing along. I think it was just bad leadership from the top, which we've had a lot of,
in which we still have.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
you saw Mississippi State's secretary. No, Mississippi's Secretary of State, or as a politician, wasn't the lieutenant governor.
It was someone big. I saw.
Yeah, it was a state politician that is like,
what are we doing
here? So it's like, oh, look at that, I'm doing the Louisiana invitation, getting the politicians involved.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we still have a programming note here. We still have the autographed copy of the Kingfish U book by Robert Mann. And thank you, G. Moose, Secretary of State. So, shout out. What do we have to do for that, Daniel? Send me the book.
I don't remember. What you came up with that one night. I don't remember what it was.
I got the book and it's autographed by the three of us and the author, but Kingfish U,
Kingfish U.
That's the name of the book.
I know, but I autographed it. I know.
Hey, what's the guy what's the main guy that always kind of dogs on LSU for not having a library?
Robert Mann.
It's read by Robert Mann.
I thought it was Glenn Gilbo was the guy that always.
No. There's a professor at LSU who every time LSU does something athletics, he always like upgrades the athletic
Yeah,
facilities.
and then it's like, oh, what about the library?
Yeah.
Hey, fuck the library. We need to get Lane Kiffin as the head coach.
Absolutely.
Aren't they building a new library?
Let it leak. Let it knock it down, and we don't need to even waste the money on it.
It's 2026 almost. Like, who goes to the library?
The library was a great place to study back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day before they had Chat GPT.
I heard there was, and if you were gay, you could get your dick sucked in one of the.
Whoa!
I just saw it on Chip's face. I knew he was going for the.
That was coming.
Hey, Zombie, do you remember College Game Day 03 LSU Georgia with the signs read about David Pollock?
No.
Pollock hangs out in Coates Hall bathrooms because Coates Hall bathrooms were notorious for glory holes.
Unbelievable. Allegedly. Supposedly.
No, the greatest College Game Day sign in the history of LSU.
It was the best.
Except didn't they have Katy Perry eating a corn dog one time?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like a sign of her with a corn dog in the mouth.
And 14. Yes.
All right. Let's focus, gentlemen.
Okay, focus.
Right.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
If you're not listening to the Geaux Team, what the hell are you doing? So a couple weeks back, it seems like an eternity, but you said, or the sources said, that Verge was elevated to the interim acting for the foreseeable future AD because of his ties to Saban and to get Saban onto LSU's campus as the head coach. We weren't far off, or the sources weren't far off, because it seems like he's been able to use that relationship with Saban. Saban's been spotted on campus several times, at least a couple of times, and that he's helping to assist, sources say, the head coaching staff. His agent is the same agent as Lane Kiffin?
Correct.
Yeah, so if Saban, who essentially helped Lane Kiffin rehabilitate his image and his career as a coach after all the shenanigans with the Raiders and Tennessee and back to USC and all of that stuff. If Nick Saban said to Lane Kiffin, LSU's the place, well, regardless of where it was, I mean, in this case, it's hopefully LSU. But if he said, go to Toledo, that's your best shot. Don't you think Lane Kiffin would listen to Nick Saban?
He's already listened to him. He was supposed to come here as an OC and went to Florida Atlantic because of it.
G Moose says, I heard Saban has been helping Verge to try to get Lane. That was the part of the story. Like, so we have people who, Chip and I have friends that,
sauces
that legitimately know people in play here. And it was always a long time joke of me and Chip, that we didn't really believe everything that they said. And so part of the things I didn't really believe was that, the whole Saban as an AD, the whole Saban was going to help out with the search. Like, I'd never believed any of that until today. And now they're reporting it, that Saban has been in contact with Verge. And that's probably why the Vegas odds were so high for Saban, was because it was known that they were in contact with each other so much. Right. But it was really that Saban's trying to help him reel in Lane Kiffin, which now that's being reported by Football Scoop. It's being reported by Pete Nakos. It's being reported by who was the other one? Yeah, it was Glenn Gilbo. I saw that too, although he's probably just stealing the story.
Also with those Vegas,
just joking.
Those Vegas odd things, people need to understand that those are 24 hours behind. So like people are saying, oh, look at the Vegas odds, we're high in Dillingham. Dude, they haven't caught up with the Kiffin news yet.
Yeah, so, and the public money dictates the odds too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Joe Brady was never going to be the head football coach at LSU.
Well, they also have what's his name for Virginia Tech up there very high, and he just it's just.
RP Mayfield says, why obsessed with this guy? It's the news of the day. Lane Kiffin. And listen, somebody's going to walk away tomorrow, because this probably isn't going to linger very many days. Like, Ole Miss wants him to make a decision. He's got to start preparing for the Egg Bowl, whether he's going to be the coach or not. And so somebody, it might be tomorrow night where we sit here and he's re-signed with Ole Miss and we're moving on to the next one. But today, this is the story of the day.
And I believe they were off today, by the way. People are saying he's at practice right now. They're off today.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they had a bye week this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so late in the season.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we essentially do with Western Kentucky.
But obviously we know his family was here. He was here in Baton Rouge today as well, correct?
What was that, Zombie? I was reading this.
G Moose.
G-Moose says he has a friend kind of high up, and he told me that he also told me that BK was going to be the head coach 3 days before it broke. What were you saying,
I was
Zombie?
just saying we confirmed that Lane was on the plane as well as his family, right?
They did. Nobody could confirm the guys in the bushes taking the pictures or wherever the hell they were set up.
Shout out to them.
Shout out those guys, the first ones to show up. They couldn't get a picture of Lane Kiffin, but then they moved the plane into the hangar, and then the SUV went directly into the hangar. So like they got pictures of the first couple people off the plane, but not everybody off the plane.
Yeah, they got his good looking ex-wife and his 6'2", 170-pound inch son. You could completely tell that was his son. At least I could. But yeah, there's definitely smoke, guys. There's smoke.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's worth noting he was in Gainesville yesterday too. The family also went to Gainesville yesterday.
Yes. Now there's no video picture evidence of that one, but there is.
Reports were that he was in Gainesville. His family, the same group that traveled to Baton Rouge yesterday, went to Gainesville yesterday. So it's not like Florida's completely out of this.
No.
We could be sitting here tomorrow and he could be the head coach of Florida. But but the reports are that his mentor is encouraging him to go to LSU. So if I'm LSU, I like my chances. If I'm Ole Miss, I like my chances if I wouldn't have made the ultimatum.
I would say he's staying in Ole Miss this weekend. If you would ask me. Now his wife is an alumni of Florida. Her dad is a famous QB there. So I think they're
reconciled.
Yeah, they're get back together.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Reconciled. Reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he did have a girlfriend last year that was very young.
Maybe that's why.
You can have both. You can have both.
Absolutely. In this day and age.
Yeah, doesn't Joe Burrow have multiple girlfriends?
Yeah, and payroll.
Yeah.
I think
what's going on with Joe? Is he slated to come back soon?
Probably not, from our sources close to the program.
Okay.
I'll let
yeah, that's fine. Say no more. You've said enough.
If they're in the chat, give us a better idea. I don't want to say. But
go ahead. I was just going to say, in 2020 at Ole Miss, 2020, as a mere 5 years ago, Lane Kiffin was making 3.9.
At Ole Miss, he was making 3.9.
Oh yeah,
in 2020.
We'll see that's part of it too. And I know he went on McAfee and he said money doesn't matter to him and he doesn't make decisions based on money. But LSU's offered him the highest paid position in college football. And I don't think Florida can do that. I don't think Florida can match. There's something about this fan base that has always just been, and I haven't been one of those guys. This fan base has always been obsessed with Lane Kiffin since his days at Alabama.
It's their guy. It's because, and the media put him out there so much back in the day. You remember they had a connection with him, probably because of Ed Orgeron a little bit, but he was on 104.
It is Nick Saban, Ed Orgeron.
Yeah. There's a lot of
intertwined.
Yeah, and I've been vocal on how much I couldn't stand Lane Kiffin, but I always said if he came here, I'd be his biggest fan.
And Austin Thomas,
G Moose. G Moose ought to come on one night with us. I mean, I realize that he's there.
RP Mayfield media fucking loves the guy. Baton Rouge media's always loved him. Did he used to go on the Jordy Collada show?
Oh yeah,
a
few times.
Jordy Collada just making.
Yeah,
he's a good interview, and he's also an entertaining individual. Like, he's entertaining, he's funny, he's quirky, he's
if
different.
he's your guy.
Yes, of course. That's with everybody. But then he wasn't coaching well, maybe he was in his first year at Ole Miss, but it wasn't. Ole Miss hadn't had that 22 season yet. It was kind of like, you're fucking Ole Miss. We've beaten you 5 years, 6 years since 2015 at this point. You know, you just threw 5 or 6 picks against us in one game. It's Lane Kiffin. You're going to screw it up. But
G Moose says we have had horrendous offensive play for
you're-
so damn long. Lane is the new toy. Everybody wants to run their offense. Football's king, our boy James, saying LSU ball with Lane and Eddie O would be magical.
and you throw in Wilson there too, the Holy Trinity. Like I said, that's
And Corey Raymond.
Oh,
Yeah, and Corey Raymond. Corey Raymond's not going anywhere.
Fuck no.
I mean, it's an elite recruiting staff with an elite offensive-minded coach right there. There's a lot to be excited about. Yes,
that was one of the things that recruiting. That was the thing that somebody I spoke to today said that was the biggest factor for what Nick Saban was and Lane Kiffin were both saying. The phrase that was used, I don't know if this was directly from either one of those guys, but LSU is a cheat code when it comes to recruiting.
Absolutely.
Because there's just no in-state competition.
Well, right.
I mean,
usually I'm drinking out of a Tulane cup, but I got the Blind Tiger from Biloxi's. Where's the Blind Tiger?
Shout out owner of Blind Tiger, Thomas. Or it might go by Tom.
Bay St. Louis, right? It's in Bay St. Louis.
He lives in Pass. He lives in Pass.
Oh, okay. But
if you catch him my wavelength there, Zombie.
Well, but I mean, no offense to Tulane and the success that they've had of late, but Summerall's going. Like, either would you go if you're John Summerall? Are you going to Auburn, or if Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss, would you go to Ole Miss?
I mean, it depends on who stays at Ole Miss. I mean, if you can keep some of those players, I mean, they're a good football team, especially. I mean, on the offensive side at least. I think,
but
Auburn,
just in general,
Auburn has probably more money.
Ole Miss is the better job right now. Like right
today, they're a better job than us today.
I didn't say us.
Better than
when you say it, I mean,
if you had to choose between Auburn and Ole Miss post Lane,
because it's already established. Now, with that said, if Lane leaves, your roster is going to be decimated. But Auburn's roster is already decimated. And they're a program in their third coach in how many years?
I mean, gosh, Summerall will be a splash hire for any of this. Summerall will be a good hire for us. I'm still on board.
Oh, no, I agree. Well, I want to come back to RP Mayfield in a second and ask him who he thinks.
RP says, "Don't jump the gun." I don't think he's decided yet. I don't think he's decided yet either. I
disagree with that. But RP, thanks for the comments. But also, if Lane doesn't come, and we're back to square one, who's your guy? And I'm not challenging. I'm just curious. It's not a confrontational question.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer here. This is
no. It's all hypothetical arguments.
All of it. Yeah. But I think going back to your comment about the cheat code, hopefully Saban told Kiffin and they both agree with that. LSU has lost one commit off of their upcoming class, and that guy was from Florida, right? That went to high school in Florida.
Florida,
and everybody else,
Mississippi guy, but that was before Brian Kelly left. They lost no line.
Okay. But I mean, like,
RP says Saban. That is the correct
answer. That's who I had back in the day.
Great answer.
But I think that Glenn Gilbo said that that Saban was considering it, and then he decided not to stay retired.
There was some legs to that. There's some definite.
But I think in the beginning we all said Saban, Kiffin, and then let's go from there. Like, you got to take your shot at those two, and then go. So,
but I understand where RP is coming from when it comes to the people that are like hesitant with Lane, but I mean,
well, Daniel, our chief moderator here, moderator extraordinaire, Chip, he's been saying that, like, But if you get them, it's the fucking greatest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I agree with that. That's the right. I think that's correct. But again, RP, there's no right or wrong answer. You are entitled to anything. We respect anything. And Daniel and I both have said, whoever we hire, besides one or two, I'm not going to.
Yeah, there is one wrong answer. If we hire Billy
Drinkowitz.
Napier,
Well,
no, I'll
he's not
talk.
head
I don't
coach.
think Drinkowitz is that bad of an option.
I don't either.
know.
I don't get the anti
But like,
stuff.
look at what he said. Well, like if you don't make the 12
That was the
team
wrong answer.
playoff, it just doesn't. I agree with that.
Got to
I
go
don't think
somewhere
that's-
else. Kiffin doesn't work out. I agree with that. I like
Yeah.
Summerall.
But
I
like
you would not hear a complaint from me if we hired Summerall. I'd be very.
Drinkowitz said, it's not that big of a thing if you don't make the 12 team playoff.
Wrong
And then
answer.
compare and contrast that to Kirby Smart saying, if I got guys on my roster that are transferring out because my practices are too hard, I want to know what school they're going to because I want to play that school. Because if they can't hack it here, they're going somewhere that's soft. And Kirby literally said, I want to schedule them. I want to schedule those guys. Like, I'm fucking eating it up. Like, fuck yeah, that's what I want.
Do you think maybe that has a little bit to do with Missouri is Missouri and Georgia is Georgia, though, a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, soft. You're talking about a team. Not that long ago, they all quit the team one day because of in like 2016. But I mean, but I agree with you. It was the wrong thing to say. And you're right. I get why the people be hesitant about him. We don't need another coach that says the wrong things constantly. We've had that way too long.
Right.
According to Glenn Gilbo, Nick Saban also recommended Drinkwitz to Verge.
I saw that.
If
Brent
Lane
Key,
Kiffin,
and there was a third name
Jeff Brom.
from Louisville. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't get.
I like Key.
All right, RP brought up a thing: need eval, need strength and conditioning. It's not a simple fix. How do you guys feel about Tommy Moffitt coming back? I see Chip already shaking his head.
We're talking about a guy who I get what they said. He was great when he was here, but maybe the game had passed him up. Now, is he better than what we have now? Yeah, from what I understand, that guy doesn't allow former players. That's absolutely.
How is that even a mentality?
I don't know.
I'm surprised they haven't fired him yet.
Yeah, I mean, anything is better than what we have. So yes, I will agree with that. But we were having the same issues. Our O linemen were really fat. You cannot deny that. Our players were dropping like flies, just like they are now. And I want some freshness in it. You can't just hire old people from LSU.
Y'all been watching T-Bob.
Well, but RP,
Watch
T-Bob
one
had
TV.
Braden Fajoko on and BT and
That was a good show. That was a
a
good
great
show.
show. But like they all swear by Tommy Moffitt. But I think that college football changed even from the first year Brian Kelly was here at LSU until his last, or midway through his last, this season. It's a different motivation, but I'm gonna go back to Kirby Smart, because then did you see he's like, yeah, some guys want the NIL money, they want the paycheck but no physicality. It's like, you come in here, you're going to be physical if you want that paycheck. It's the physicality with the paycheck, and we're going to dominate our opponent. We were just handing out, Brian Kelly was just handing out checks, and there was no physicality. I mean, we talked about trying to get Aiden McGee on the podcast earlier this season after Vanderbilt was manhandling that defensive line like he did against Vanderbilt in 2019. So I agree with all the former players that they've lost their edge. They've lost the eye of the tiger, Chip. But can Lane instill that? Do you think that Lane has that mentality, that physicality? I mean, he's an offensive guy.
All right, so two things. I think two things can be true. That Tommy Moffitt's the greatest of all time, but it was time to make a change. He was here for 20 years, 3 head coaches. It was time to make a change. I think the fact that we made a poor hire in that department and the head coach was checked out, the combination of the two, that's why we've had disastrous results. And kudos to Tommy Moffitt, but he went 2 years without a job too. So it wasn't like everybody was trying to get him. He took off 2 years, kind of refound himself, reestablished himself, is doing a great job at Texas A&M. Kujos, as Zombie Bob likes to
Kujos.
say. But I do, as far as Lane Kiffin, nobody's been more consistent. I mean, he's known as this offensive guru, but nobody has been more consistent at their ability to run the football the last 4 years than Ole Miss. He puts an emphasis on it. Everybody thinks he throws it all over the yard.
No, he has off runners.
His team always runs the football. Always runs the football.
Literally an old school version of the option. I think we said that when a few months ago before we played him. It's literally a version of it's smash mouth football in today's standard, but it's the fun and gun, but smash mouth, you know?
Yes. It's the modern offense where it's a spread running attack.
Yep.
Is all it is.
Spread option.
So I think he's gonna. I mean, he has all the resources. They're gonna go get some. If they can't go get Tommy Moffitt, they're gonna get somebody. You got to get rid of Jake Flint, though.
I think that's 100%.
G Moose says soft AF weakest players I think I've ever seen at LSU. 100% agree with
100%, man. 100%.
Jared Nardo's teams, Curly Hallman's teams would beat these teams up.
I don't know
Physically, they would beat these teams up.
Yeah.
All right, how many? Well, now I got to pull up another screen. So far, this
NIL
year,
pool potential is the reason Lane hasn't signed his extension. Gabe says he is worried about the defense being soft under Lane. That's a valid thing, you know. Even though last year they were probably one of the best defensive teams in the SEC. Yeah. But year in and year out, they've been inconsistent on defense. Lane shows he knows how to surround himself when given the freedom to do so. And his defense is pretty physical too. Not the greatest players, but they hit. The last 2 years under Golding, they have been better.
But then did you see
they can run this year?
There was some reports that LSU was putting pressure on Lane to keep Blake Baker as DC and most of the defensive staff. But then later in the afternoon, it seemed like Lane was going to have free reign to.
You got to give him the free reign.
Isn't Golding this? If Baker's the highest paid, isn't Golding the second highest paid DC in college football?
I think find out.
I don't know.
But so the rumors are that Ole Miss is already conducting a search if Lane leaves, and
I've heard that,
and that they're basically putting a plan in place for Golding to be the head coach if he leaves right now.
I think it's Summerall though.
Baker to Tulane, G Moose says.
He is a Tulane alum.
Look, I'm thrilled that Ogeron's going to be the defensive line coach at LSU under Lane Kiffin, but I would love the entertainment of Ogeron at Tulane as the head coach.
Hey,
Ed coming back.
There's got to be a behind the scenes 24/7. What's the LSU network thing? The purple gold. The path, right?
I think that was a Kelly thing.
G Moose, his wife's from Mandeville, like Baker's.
Know her.
Shout out to all the skippers out there.
No, Hurricane, dude. She was a Fountain Blue Bulldog, Fountain Blue Hurricane.
Oh, that's why you went to school with her. Okay.
All right, let's see what Golden makes. Golding born in Hammond, 1984.
We played against him in high school.
Yeah.
Do you know that Lane Kiffin was a backup quarterback at Fresno State when Derek Carr was there?
Yeah.
G Moose says no skippers here. He's an Archbishop Hannon. What are they? The Eagles?
I don't know. I think they're maroon. Right? Is that
sound right? Are they the
I
Eagles?
don't know.
Maybe they're red and blue.
G Moose, there might be a skipper or two in this group right here. And one Crusader. And one Crusader we don't talk about. The Hawks. What did I say?
Hawks. Yeah.
Eagles. You said Eagles.
Eagles. I was close.
All right,
Moose must have been in the back when it was in Chalmette, though, not in Covington.
But I think they kept the same.
Pete Golding is the highest paid SEC assistant.
Weren't they in Chalmette?
Wait, say that again, Zombie. Yeah, they were in
No, no.
Chalmette prior to Katrina.
Yeah.
Then they moved
Yeah.
to basically
Then everybody moved.
Covington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete Golden is the highest paid SEC assistant this season, 2.55. He's under contract for an increase to 2.6 next year. 2027, it goes up to 2.7 million.
And then Blake Baker's number 2.
And then Baker must be 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blake Baker, I believe, is $2 million.
Do you think Lane keeps Wilson and Raymond? I think he 100% keeps Frank Wilson. 90% keeps Corey Raymond.
Yeah, I think both whoever
I don't
comes.
see how you do.
I would hope both would.
RP, I believed you because I said it too, that he was the highest paid. Zombie's just our fact checker. Zombie's our legal team and our fact checker.
All right. How many rushing yards has Ole Miss accumulated so far this year?
I'm going to go 1,800.
Chipper?
15?
2,000.
Jeez, and we have just over 1,000 as a team.
They didn't run that well against us. That was what was weird.
Because they threw for like 370 on us.
They did. You're right.
RP says efficiency in action. That's my man, Zombie Bob. Bob is Mr.
I
Efficiency.
appreciate that, RP. LSU has rushed for 1,064 yards.
I looked this up today. That's why I knew that off the top of my head.
And then total so far with a game left plus the playoffs, 2,076 yards. They average, Ole Miss does 4.6 yards a rush as compared to LSU's is higher than I would have thought, 3.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Our yards per carry. It's picked up the last couple weeks because of the Harlem Bears.
Give the ball. I mean, going into the Florida game, I said the offensive player of the game was going to be Harlem Berry. That's how far back I was riding that train.
Speaking of which, we do have one thing we have to touch on tonight. Zombie Bob, SEC Special Teams Player of the Week, the LSU Player of the Week, Damian Ramos, all-time leading scorer. I know he's not Chip's favorite player, but Mr. Consistency inside of 45 yards. Outside, well, let's say inside of 48 yards, Mr. Automatic. Anything beyond 48 yards, we got to bring in a high school kicker who's probably got a little bit better accuracy. But Chip, Mr. Consistency, Damian Ramos.
Ramos
I do believe
missed
he's
a
missed. I think a lot of his
kick.
misses have also come inside of 42. He's not really good from 35 and below either.
But you got to give the man his due.
Sure.
I agree. Props. All right, how many yards has Ole Miss passed for this season?
I have beef with the kid other than his limp dick leg. But
on the 4th of July, apparently he posted another nation's flag. That's Chip's issue.
It's my issue. It's the same.
On 4th of July.
Like giving somebody a citation on Pearl Harbor Day.
We're not talking about that, Zombie. We're not talking about that.
You could have let that go. Nobody would have known. How many yards has Ole Miss passed for this year?
Lacey's their leading rusher. I have no concept. 2,400? I don't know.
Chip?
No, it's got to be more, like 2,700.
Yeah, 28.
33.
Yeah.
LSU's passed for 2,400.
Yeah,
so
I realized.
We have 3,500 yards of total offense. They nearly have 3,500 yards of passing offense, plus another 2,000 on top of that for rushing.
Depressing. But we're paying wide receivers $700,000 to play. Here.
We're paying wide receivers who have 100 yards receiving on the season $650,000.
And it's not their fault.
That's good money there. That's good investment.
Hey, Zombie, don't look it up. How many yards receiving does Chris Hilton have on the season?
175.
Oh, that's generous.
That's way off. Way off. You're overshooting it like times 3. He's got like 51 yards.
Oh shit.
And G Moose, we do not refer to him as Bauer Sharp. We refer to him as Bauer Dull.
Dull. I mean,
useless ass Bauer Dull.
He is fucking ass, man.
How many holds does he have on the season?
Yeah.
How many fumbles does he have on the season?
At least 2
5.
fumbles, at least 10 holds on the season.
Dude, he should
He
be a
did
walk.
catch that touchdown.
Not
should be-
efficiency in
should be a
action.
He should be a walk. We're asking him to do
Hawks.
things he's not able to do though. That's not his fault. We gotta stop.
Yeah, like at what point do you take his fucking ass off the field, man? He's atrocious.
I don't know. They
Hold on, let me
just
see.
stopped playing 88. Not that he is something great or anything, but I mean, it's crazy. The thing Brian Kelly you thought was going to be tremendous at, you got rid of the kid that could block and catch a ball 2 years ago when he went to Nebraska. You didn't even try to keep him. It just
But like, would we be having this conversation tonight if Brian Kelly subbed out Nussmeier in the third quarter against Ole Miss for MVP Van Buren?
No.
I mean, he could have won the game for sure. He would have a better
you
shot.
paid that kid. I mean, I realize the $600,000 receivers, but you paid him Van Buren $140,000 to leave Mississippi State to come be your number 2. So it's not like it's just a high school kid that's on LSU's roster that is elevated to number 2. You paid somebody that much money, and that pales in comparison to the receivers.
I got to give him some credit too. He got better during the game this week, where he started off bad and he didn't pout. He stepped in through it, and he made some good throws in the second half, which is usually when we start sucking. We're usually good the first drive or two, and then after that, I mean, it seemed like he got it together, and he's definitely tough.
Oh no,
he definitely has some pieces that that a coach can use. I mean, you could have a solid team with a good coach that cares and that gives a shit about the program and doesn't go home and play golf every day.
No, I was just looking up Bauer Dull's Pro Football Focus grade. Although don't take it with a grain of salt. It was actually pretty high.
No.
59.2.
It's better than I thought it was.
But like I love playing
you get why people do.
I like the NFL draft simulator, and Bauer Dull is always available like right at the bottom of the 7th round, like pick 240, 250, 270, not 270, but 250, right up in that area.
His highest grade of the season was against Southeastern, 66.1. Arkansas game was his next highest at 59.2. Okay. Everything else was in the 40s.
And where's he projected? Let's see. Let's go find that. Where's he projected in the NFL draft?
I would assume he's not. I would assume he's not. Gosh, man. I mean, I can't wait for this thing so we can stop. Like, I mean, I like talking about it. It's fun, but it does give me obviously anxiety with LSU's past few hires. Nothing against the other hires, but it just seems like we get left at the altar a little bit. And I don't know if that's true. It might be leadership, whatever, but it's just I think most people are jilted lovers and think that, hey, we're going to screw this up. And they might be right. And it's just like wait and see. And I'm sure if I go on Tiger Droppings, half of Tiger Droppings says we're going to get him and half of them say we're not. Not that that's real, but.
All right. According to NFL Mock Draft Database.com, players 2026 draft, Bauer, they have him as Bauer Sharp for some reason, not Bauer Dull. His overall rank is 891. He is projected as a UDFA.
G-Moo says camp body.
Sure. Agree.
Football is King says, who will replace Brad Davis?
That's a good one.
Do you know who's the guy that we sued and he won the obviously
James Craig. He's at Ole Miss.
He's at Ole Miss.
Yeah, we brought that up one night. I think that you weren't on, Chip.
Okay.
But we talked about contracts. It was right after Brian Kelly got fired.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about contracts and that the employer the employer almost never wins the firing them for cause.
Yeah. No
And
school
we
has
had to
ever
pay
won this
James
lawsuit.
Craig. Right.
Yeah, we
Right.
had to pay him everything. But that was the
But this is
beginning
like,
of
this is
Scott
such
Woodward.
a,
Scott Woodward wanted his guy, Brad Davis,
yeah. How'd
the
that work out?
unfireable. Mickey Loomis is to the Saints as Brad Davis is to LSU football.
No,
True or
because
false?
Davis is no false. Hey, Mickey's been there for over 20 years, almost 20 years, and is in Gail's will as an executor, whereas Brad Davis will not be on the LSU sideline next year.
If you removed Gail Benson like you removed Scott Woodward, would Mickey Loomis still be there?
No, but they were giving a lot of props to him. They traded that Saunders, the defensive lineman, for backup center, who has now replaced Eric McCoy due to his injury, and he's actually graded out really, really well. Like, he's the 4th highest rated center in NFL, as you know, since he's been playing. But so little props to Mickey Loomis, but it's the same thing that Mickey Loomis has been there too long, just like Cashman's been with the New York Yankees too long. It's a young man's game. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you get stale. You go stale after a while, right?
Yeah.
Well,
which
what's
is
the
why we
saying?
should-
Even a broken clock's right twice a day.
twice.
So
what
Mickey
was I gonna
Loomis
say?
got one right in the last
All
20
right.
years. Meanwhile,
Well,
how's
that's
Sean
true.
Payton doing?
Killing
8-2. 8-2. And he's still running triple reverses to Troutman, the tight end, third string tight end. Lutz has got nuts bigger than anybody, kicking game-winning fucking field goals.
Meanwhile, we got Blake Groupie.
Is he
met
still
Blake
there? Is
Groupie.
Groupie still there? Yeah, Groupie fucking still there. I hate him.
I met Groupie at a crawfish boil a couple of Mother's Days ago.
I'm sure his Arkansas State ass is a nice guy. I'm sure he actually is a nice guy.
He probably
the
is a
leading
nice
scorer,
guy.
the leading scorer in Arkansas State history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, do you think Ramos will find a spot in the NFL, Chip?
I mean, if Groupie can, sure. Nah, I think you got to kick off though, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. That was we were talking about Cole Tracy earlier today.
I mean, he can't kick a 60-yard field goal to the 5-yard line. So, I mean,
and 60-yard field goals in the NFL these days are
like automatic.
I like done. Like,
have you all seen the Oklahoma kicker? The dude can
talk about fucking angry capris with 6-inch inseams. I don't know who wears shorter shorts. Chip during the summer, that Oklahoma kicker. Skies out, thighs out is Chip's motto.
I mean, dude, he can freaking boom it. Good Lord. And he's accurate as hell. It's right down the middle, it's into the back of the net, whether it's 62 yards out or
100%.
It's crazy.
I am excited. LSU Oklahoma 2:30 kickoff.
That's a good thing for LSU.
Projected high 54 degrees that day.
Woo,
Feel good.
Good deal.
Feel better.
I assumed it was going to be 37 and at
night. Yeah.
And 44 over our line. The good thing is 44 is not going to have to jump over the O line. He's just going to have to shimmy or run right through him. Did you see him against Alex? My goodness, dude, that motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
That dude fucking.
That's gonna be a tough game this weekend. They play Missouri, and Missouri's gonna come to play.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Is it at Missouri? It's got to. No, there's no way because they've played at Tennessee and Oklahoma. I mean, and Alabama 2 weeks in a row, right? Or back-to-back games.
Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head.
They're home 11 a.m. kickoff against Missouri.
Yeah, about 4 weeks ago that everybody wanted to fire.
Ooh, 11 o'clock kickoff at home.
Ooh, favors the
11
road
o'clock's
team.
Always favor the road team. Like if you looked at both early kickoffs in the SEC this past weekend, Arkansas jumped out to a 14-0 lead on us. South Carolina jumps out to a 30-3 lead on A&M. Road teams are always. It's always more favorable. Not saying they're going to win. It's more favorable to the road team, those early kickoffs, because the crowd's not into it. You got Preston Guy, you got Scarborough gaslighting the LSU fan base that the crowd isn't there because they're.
Which ended up being like 80,000 people, by the way.
Yeah, it ended up being a good crowd.
Yeah,
but
they
they
don't
sent
take
pictures 20 minutes before kickoff because it's at 11 o'clock. You got to get people time to get there.
It was 10:30.
The 1997, the week after beating Florida, 11 o'clock kickoff
Ole Miss
against Ole Miss.
Shout out LSU Odyssey.
Veterans-
Let's fucking
veterans
go
quarterback.
team. Shout out my guy
Thank you,
Lon
Lon.
over.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lon.
Odd. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Lon.
Big fan, and friend of the program. Sincerely
All right,
appreciate him popping in.
Here's a good one. RP Mayfield. The irony is, Nuss may not be naturally acclimated to modern college football, but may be to professional football. Will he be better in the pros than he is in the college? I do think this year mentally, it started with the injury. Mentally,
His line didn't help him out. That's for
yeah,
sure.
he's seeing ghosts back there with how bad the O-line is back there. I do
Yeah,
think he'll be a career backup. I don't think he'll ever be a starter.
I hope to God nobody
Does that make
moves him
sense?
this week. I worry about that. I still think, he gave us a great year last year. And I think with the bad O line, he hadn't had that many interceptions, but he still makes bad decisions. And he's seeing ghosts, like you said. The O line doesn't help, and I think the oblique and the knee, whatever he hurt, that everybody said he didn't get hurt on,
except Lon said he did. Shout out Lon.
Yeah,
Shout out
Lon was on it way before everybody
If
else.
you're not listening to us, but if you're not really paying attention to Lon and everything that he's doing at LSU Odyssey, he knows it before everybody else, and he's out there reporting it, and it comes true. And you got to give him his props.
Zombie, will he be an NFL quarterback? Yes or no?
I mean, he'll be
Will it be a backup quarterback?
What do you think his pro career will look like?
I think he'd be a nice Chase Daniel. I mean, how much fucking money did Chase Daniel make as a second string quarterback? Oh, and look, earlier today, I know we're over, but I was texting you guys, and I'm like, we got to talk about this fucking Bernie Kosar.
I have been watching that. When you said that, I was like, crazy. I've been watching that. I love Bernie Kosar.
I love Bernie Kosar too, but like, he blew through all his money.
Yeah,
he's drunk, alcoholic.
Right? Yeah.
In recovery, but he destroyed his liver. Now he's not begging, but then he's like, I need a liver. It's just like, dude, like,
oh
I
no,
know you need a liver because you
like
drink too much and you kill your liver. But like, Bernie, it's not like Jim Kelly is battling what? Jim Kelly has some kind of illness.
I mean, throat cancer, jaw cancer.
I mean, that's different than, and I don't mean to downplay alcoholism as a disease, as an addiction, no way, shape, or form. But like,
definitely,
it's to me, it's different than someone that's struck with cancer.
I never thought about that. I didn't think about it like that. I just thought, wow, I had a toy of that guy, a starting lineup action figure. It was one of my first ones.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I know he was good. At Miami, and once he got to the NFL with the Browns, absolutely. But anyway, all right. When do we think something, one way or the other, resolutions coming out on Lane Kiffin?
Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah, I think you'll start hearing trickle down things tomorrow. I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure the national media to me wants us to fail, and maybe I just say that, but I think you'll start hearing somebody tweet.
What are you going to hear first? That Lane signed with LSU, or that Ole Miss kicked him out? Essentially,
no. It's going to be.
I think he signed something with Ole Miss.
Ross Dellinger is going to be the one who breaks it, and he's going to. No, not Matt. It's always Ross Dellinger. And so it'll be Ross Dellinger that will break that he's either re-signed with Ole Miss or he signs with LSU. Or maybe Florida. Maybe Florida's still in it. But I don't think Florida's completely out of it. But if I'm Florida, I think they have the longest odds. I would say 60% chance he stays at Ole Miss, 30% chance LSU, 10% chance Florida.
When do the NFL make their hires usually?
After the season?
After the season.
What do they call it? Black Monday?
Yeah, Black Monday. So, I mean, he ends up staying, but he's like, I'm going to the Giants.
Okay. So, yeah, I need to change that.
That's possible to me. So, who is our guy who do y'all think at this moment, who is the guy after Lane Kiffin?
Well,
I
Saban
don't
says
want
Drinkwitz.
Drinkowitz. I don't want Drinkowitz.
Would you rather Wilson or Drinkowitz? I'd
If
rather
you
Drinkwitz.
kept,
I would much rather Drinkowitz. I think Wilson's that hire scares the shit out of me that we're gonna do that. And
RP
it's
says, I'll give this to Kiffin and Sexton, legendary close to the vest. This is an
absolutely.
all-time story. Today was an all-time day.
Oh no, absolutely,
absolutely.
Um, I wouldn't mind Coach Frank because again, look how the team reacted to him. Look how on the field after the victory, in the locker room after the victory. I wouldn't mind it if you had a game plan in place where you had such a fucking all-star roster of coaches around him to help get the
But if you do that,
transition
just bring
going.
back Ed Orgeron.
Well,
Yeah.
I agree. Well, but at this point, Ed's not the same as Coach Frank. Like I think there's more
Ed's
feelings.
damaged goods.
Well, not damaged beyond he can't come back, but that's why this whole Lane Kiffin is so. A, it's Lane Kiffin, one of the best offensive minds in college football. B, he's got ties to Frank Wilson, to Orgeron, to James
Saban.
Craig, to Saban, Sexton. Boom, 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 boom. Like just
Austin Thomas.
Austin Thomas, like it just makes too much sense. But we're so fucking purple and gold, rose-colored glasses, pumping it through our veins and everything. Of course, it makes sense to us. Just like Florida's got a podcast right now with 3 fanboys saying, "Of course he's coming to Florida." Ole Miss has got podcasts with fanboys saying he'd be an idiot to leave. Of course he's going to stay. He knows what he has here. So
I'd take Drink all day over Frank Wilson. All day.
Yes. Before we close, I got one more topic tonight, but before we close, make sure if you're watching, like and subscribe. One topic this Saturday, it's senior night in Tiger Stadium. Right, Zombie?
Are you going?
No. My wife's in a wedding. I can't go. I was told I'm not allowed to go. I tried to pull can I go tailgating and then just go to the wedding after? No. She's in the wedding, can't go. But anyway, senior night, that's always a special night for seniors wearing the purple and gold for the last time in Tiger Stadium. One sticks out to me more than others this year. A senior who really wants to be there with his mom and dad next to him. And I'm interested
I feel
to know
like you're
your
setting us up.
I just want to know your thoughts. What do you feel about senior linebacker Kenzel Kelly? Do you think his mom and dad will be there with him on Saturday?
I hear his mom has blonde hair now.
That wasn't the question, Chip. That wasn't the question.
No. I think Smacker Miles is going to sub in for his parents.
Speaking of blonde hair, just kidding.
RP says Kiffin's fucking up the prospects for about a dozen teams. That's about true.
RP and appreciate all your comments tonight, but like I think he fucking thrives on it.
Oh yeah, he gets off the plane. I think he was on the plane because as soon as the plane landed, he was retweeting pack the stadium for the Egg Bowl.
Wait, say that again.
So
he did that.
So on Tiger Droppings, they had like the flight log of like when that plane was landing in Oxford. And within 5 minutes of that plane landing in Oxford, Lane Kiffin started retweeting
I think
Ole Miss fans.
It might have been like, all right,
wait, hold on, Chip, hold on.
Sorry.
I'm trying to tell a story. You're getting excited.
He's loving understanding.
So as soon as the plane lands, he's retweeting tweets from Ole Miss fans saying to pack the stadium for the Egg Bowl. And he retweeted like 5 of them.
But I thought that
but all within
Mississippi State.
Was it at Mississippi State?
Well, they said that this game against Florida that Kiffin threw a football into the student section because he had walked over there after the game, and that it might be his last time in front of the student section.
It might not have been packed. It was something to the extent.
It was packed. I'm pulling it up.
I think it's at State, but
Rebel Nation, I know it's an 11 a.m. game the day after Thanksgiving. Still, get your tickets and be there. The more Rebs cheering, the less cowbells ringing. Okay, it is at Mississippi State.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But that's valid.
Chills, can't wait for the Egg Bowl week. Let's pack that stadium, Rebel Nation. And he retweeted it and said, "Spot the ball."
I think he probably tweeted that right as it got low enough to tweet. Like you still see the ground coming up out the windows. As soon as he got the first.
G Moose. Wait, G Moose, comment of the night. People that schedule weddings during LSU football season aren't really your friends.
Touchdown.
100%.
For the win.
All right. What can we get for G Moose and RP? I mean, we appreciate James and Gabe and G Moose and RP and, of course, Lon commenting in the chat tonight. But, I mean, yeah. Super chat comment of the season for G Moose, and then RP was
email us at the goat. What's our email? The goat.
No, what's our fax number?
We don't have a fax number. It's 2025. Go. I think our email. Hold on, let me check this. The Geaux Team at Gmail. The Geaux Team at Gmail. Hit us up. Zombie Bob will hit you up with something.
Absolutely, it'd be my pleasure.
With that signed copy of King.
If you want to get past Legends of Zelda, 985-373 1-800.
What? I don't even know what the hell we were saying.
So both of y'all don't think Kenzel Kelly's family will be in attendance on?
Is he still on the team?
He's still on the team, man.
Do we know that
kickoff?
I mean, we had
he has not played on the kickoff. He has not played on the kickoff team.
And what the hell's his name?
SLU.
Kenzel Kelly, number 50 in your program, number 1 in your heart.
1 in your hearts. Kenzel Kelly.
You know, the 5'8", 180 pounds. I mean,
he got into it on Twitter with Barstool personality Megan making money.
And let me tell you, I mean,
that was rough.
Yeah, Megan making money is like, what do you mean?
Yeah, she could have roasted him, and she really didn't.
She didn't. She was very respectful. I got to give her to her that. She seems like a nice person. Like,
yeah.
But
Kenzel's not a bad looking guy for a guy named Kenzel.
Hey, Zombie, do you think Nick Saban would put his kid on the kickoff team?
Oh, have you seen Nick Saban run?
If his kid was built like Brian Kelly's kid, do you think he'd put him on the kickoff team?
Nah.
It's the same coach who put Michael Clayton on the kickoff team.
Yeah. You're talking about this guy.
Remember when we'd have Jarvis Landry on the kickoff team?
Against Auburn. Remember that game?
Yes.
True freshman.
Three times in a row.
Fucking
Three times in a row he laid. And then the last time he laid the guy out again. I think he fumbled. Man, some of those
guys. We playing in 2 games in 2024, earned a letter of LSU head coach. Previously, he was at Grand Valley State.
He has a walk-on at Grand Valley State, but he's on the kickoff team at LSU. Hope his dad's in the stadium on Saturday. What kind of ovation you think he'd get if he was there?
Do you actually walk it? I mean, do you actually, if you're Kenzel, do you do that? Your dad's not going to be there. You think his mom's going to be there?
I don't know why he's still on the team. Wouldn't you have quit if you were him? It's got to be fucking awkward.
Lane Kiffin, Monty Kiffin would not let Lane Kiffin quit Fresno State as a backup quarterback because he wasn't getting any playing time. Monty Kiffin said, ain't no way you're quitting. He gave up his senior year and became a student coach.
Yeah. Heard that story.
All right. On that note, we'll be back.
Kenzo.
Solidarity, brother. Solidarity.
Kenzo, hit up the Geaux Team. I'll come out for you, baby.
Yes. There you go.
I'll be your daddy.